Hello and welcome back to Spice Up Your English with Professor Wahmiche. This course is entitled Didactic Interactions. In this course, you'll be able to clearly articulate the meaning and scope of didactic interactions in education, to highlight the crucial role of didactic interactions in enhancing the teaching and learning experience, to present a clear conceptual framework that distinguishes and explains the intertwined nature of teaching and learning, to examine different types of teacher knowledge, and to break down the dynamics of the teaching and learning process, emphasizing the roles of both educators and learners. In this video, we will be seeing the definition of didactic interactions, the importance of didactic interactions, conceptualizing teaching and learning, and the types of teacher knowledge, and lastly, we'll also be seeing teaching and learning process. Didactic interactions refer to the dynamic exchanges and relationships that occur within the educational setting, specifically between teachers and students. These interactions encompass various aspects of the teaching and learning process, including instructional methods, communication, feedback, and the exchange of knowledge and ideas. Didactic interactions have three important points. The first one is that it facilitates learning. Effective didactic interactions are instrumental in creating an engaging and supportive learning environment that promotes student comprehension and retention of information. This leads to building relationships. These interactions contribute to the establishment of positive teacher-student relationships, fostering trust, respect, and a conducive atmosphere for learning. This also leads to a personalized support. Didactic interactions enables teachers to address individual learning needs, provide tailored guidance, and adapts instructional strategies to accommodate diverse learning styles. Moving on to the third point of the course, and that is conceptualizing teaching and learning. Teaching and learning as separate process. Teaching and learning are conceptualized as separate yet interrelated processes, involving the transformation of knowledge into teachable objects, and the deconstruction of knowledge through interactions with knowledge, teachers, and peers. Complexity of teachers' knowledge. Grossman's characterization of teachers' knowledge emphasizes the complexity and diversity of a teacher's knowledge, encompassing subject matter knowledge, pedagogical knowledge, knowledge of context, and pedagogical content knowledge. So, teachers possess complex and diverse knowledge, which includes subject matter knowledge. This includes the understanding of paradigms within a field, canons of evidence and proof. The second is pedagogical knowledge. Encompasses knowledge about learners, learning, classroom management, and curriculum. And then number three is knowledge of context. This involves understanding students' backgrounds, educational institutions, and societal educational purposes. And lastly, pedagogical content knowledge. This distinguishes an experienced teacher, encompassing various facets such as knowledge of instructional strategies and curriculum materials. So, what knowledge makes a teacher? A teacher needs to possess complex and diverse knowledge. This includes knowledge of content, general pedagogical knowledge, knowledge of context, all of them together. It is important to bear in mind that while knowledge content is crucial, possessing only this type of knowledge would categorize an individual as a subject expert rather than a teacher. The same thing goes for general pedagogical knowledge. If only pedagogical knowledge is present, it does not qualify an individual as a teacher. Lacking necessary content knowledge would categorize them as activity designers. So, if a person only has knowledge of context, it would define them as a social worker rather than a teacher. The fifth element of this course is teaching and learning process. Teachers wield significant influence through their teaching styles. A preferred approach to education, often referred to as their teaching method, these styles encompass traditional and progressive methods, which are not strictly dichotomous, but rather exist along a continuum that teachers may traverse throughout their careers. The learning process, a dynamic interaction between teachers and students, is profoundly shaped by learners' background knowledge. This knowledge acquired from diverse experiences, both within and outside the classroom, acts as a foundational element influencing how students approach new information. Now, within this context, background knowledge is delineated into prerequisites and preconceptions. Prerequisites, when aligned with the subject matter, facilitate a smoother reception and comprehension of new content. On the other hand, preconceptions arising from previous experiences may pose challenges and necessitate careful addressing by skillful educators. Example of a preconceptions. During a history lesson, the teacher is discussing a significant event from the past. The teacher mentions a historical figure's name, and the students immediately interrupt, saying, "Oh, I know that person. They were a villain in a movie I watched last week." Despite the teacher's attempt to clarify the historical context, the student continues to associate the figure with the negative portrayal in the movie, reflecting a preconception formed through entertainment media. In this case, the challenge for the teacher is to help the student distinguish between fictional portrayals in movies and the actual historical facts, fostering a more accurate understanding of the subject matter. Additionally, the learning process involves the employment of learning strategies by students. These strategies, ranging from planning and monitoring to evaluating, are tools that learners use to aid their understanding and retention of information. Teachers, recognizing the diversity of learning strategies, play a pivotal role in guiding students to apply these strategies effectively across various contexts, fostering a more comprehensive and adaptive approach to learning. So, in this video, we have seen the definition of didactic interactions, the importance of didactic interactions, conceptualizing teaching and learning, types of teacher knowledge, and teaching and learning process. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for any future updates. Thank you for watching.